One thing I've got to talk. Every time I see these videos about Star Trek versus Star Wars, for some weird reason, people keep giving the advantage to the Empire, the Star Destroyer. And I have to point out that they're heavily flawed in their assumption that the Empire could take out, let's say, the USS Vengeance or a ship such as the original Constitution class Enterprise. And here's how I got to that, to this thinking. Shielding. One of the interesting things about a Constitution class shields is that it is able to fly through an ion storm. And I think the worst thing that could ever happen to you is you wind up in the wrong universe during a beam up. In fact, it didn't even have its shields on when it went through an ion storm, or when it goes through ion storms. Now, take this in the form of a Star Destroyer, which two shots, as you remember from Empire Strikes Back, the first shot had to have taken out its shields, and the second shot took out all the power on the ship, and we see the Star Destroyer just kind of float off into the distance while the rebels get away. That we saw. We saw it. Now, another great advantage of Constitution class, and I'm just using a Constitution class vessel against the Star Destroyer. One, the Constitution class can do. We need some visual aids. Some playmates. I modified this one, as you can see. I always liked it in the upswept position. I hated it in that down wing position for some weird reason. And Romulan Warbird, this one got chipped. So. All right. Let's say this is your Star Destroyer. It's Constitution class. We know that a Star Destroyer has a limited range that reaches out to something like this, whilst a Constitution class vertebrate has more like this. You see where I'm getting at? I'm doing almost arm's length here. I'm doing an arm's length here. Their targeting systems are incredibly accurate. That's the one thing that a Constitution class vessel has. And at any time, they can literally set their phasers on stun at the gun ports where these guys shoot at, or whatever. They can set it on stun and knock out everybody in there. Now, one of the other advantages is, and this is canon when you look at episodes of Star Trek, a Constitution class can literally do a short warp jump, pivot, and shoot the engines of a Star Destroyer. Damage the bridge. Do anything it wants to. And I'm not even talking about even using transporters or anything, but that is the general advantage that a Constitution class Star Trek ships have over ships of the Empire. Now, if you want to include also something like the Executor, same concept. I'm sorry. They would have the advantage of being able to shoot at a distance with some very powerful weapons to damage a Star Destroyer. The only thing that they would not be able to do is take over that ship. Because, let's be honest, you're going to have 10,000 Imperials, 10,000 plus Imperials roaming throughout the daggone place, and any strike team will be overwhelmed. Like I said, that's just basically it. Now, if you want to even bring in, let's say, the Death Star, again, I give the advantage to the Federation or Klingons. Let's just say the Federation. Let's use a ship like the Defiant. Again, all you need is a ship to go in and accurately target that exhaust port. Let's be honest, like I said, the targeting systems on Federation ships, Klingon ships, are incredibly accurate. And shielding, Federation shielding, Klingon shielding, Cardassian shielding, Romulan shielding can take a better pounding, even with those turbo lasers. Yeah, it's ionized, it's plasma being shot at you, and the like. Again, that's what you'd have to deal with, and they could still take the brunt of it. Well, I just thought I'd clarify that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Rate this video if you like it. Leave a comment below. If you want to dispute it, please make a video. Prove me wrong. I'm looking at things in canon that show differently. So, I'm Filter. I'm out.